Greetings, greetings. Welcome to the Saga Reveal. It's been a little while, but I'm here. Get in here, get cozy. It's tea time. Alrighty, please hit the like button. Let me know if the sound is good enough. I'm gonna check on here. Check. It's not muted. Test. Hold on here. Let's restart this. Yeah, okay. Test. 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 Yes. Okie dokie. Let me just mute this on. Alrighty, so please hit the like button, subscribe, and share for notification. Greetings to the Saga Lovers. And welcome. I am your host, Madem-Oiselle. So today we're going to finish up this third week of the Inner City Press, basically Transcript. And thank you to him. So here we are, released. Let's go back here. So Nash goes, I am being generous to say 10%. Assistant U.S. Attorney asks, this would be a good place to break. So they all take a break and they come back. And that's where I pretty much left last week. So here we are. They leave. And Miss Comey, what he'll say about 2013 is not about the tapes. And he goes, no. That's what the judge wanted to make sure of. All right. And then they're back before the jury and witness Nash brought in. Assistant U.S. Attorney says, we want to show Mr. Nash a photo of this afternoon's witness Maya without the screen in the gallery showing the photograph. And the judge says, bring back Mr. Nash. And the jury all rise. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, Mr. Comey, actually, it's Miss Comey. Yeah. How many times in person have you witnessed Mr. Combs be violent? Nash goes, quite a few. Assistant U.S. Attorney says, this is a sealed exhibit. Without saying her name. Sorry, guys, I want to just keep an eye on things here. Alrighty. Thank you. So, yeah. So, Assistant U.S. Attorney, what were you and Maya helping Cassie pack for? Nash goes, the HOV Fest in Canada. The OVO. HVO. OVO. Who came to the door, they ask. Nash says, Puff. He said, B word, insulting her. Didn't I tell you to answer your phone? He orders her and demands. Then, this is what Nash says, then he dragged her by the hair and hit Cassie. He hit her. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, how hard was he hitting her? Comey Donaldson goes, objection, which is Diddy's lawyer. And the judge is like, overruled. Nash said, very hard. We ran to the bedroom. Oh, Nash said, we ran together to the bedroom, but Puff pushed it open. He continued to attack Cassie with his fist. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "What did you do to try to help Cassie Nash?" They ask him. Nash is like, "I jumped on Puff's back." Well, Nash deserves a medal and a trophy because I think so far is the only one what we can see here who answers says, "I jumped on Puff's back. He threw me off like a fly." That's just me putting a little color here. We need color because Diddy's trial is not a fun trial. Everybody needs a mental break and enjoy their life because there was pretty horrific things being said there by the witnesses, even the ones that were given immunity. So he threw me off. He said, "Maya, too, as well. Also, Maya did help." "Oh, yeah," Nash said. Cassie had hit the bed frame. Cassie's head hit the bed frame. She was bleeding, but Puff continued hitting her. Assistant U.S. Attorney, "Where was Maya?" Nash said, "Getting towels, probably for the blood." Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "Allegedly here, what did Mr. Combs say to you, Maya and Cassie?" "To all of you, he said, 'Look, what y'all made me do.' He said, she'd go to a plastic surgeon. She should go to a plastic surgeon," he says. They y'all made me do. Diddy is arrogant. I guess he never took, how do you say that? Accountability for anything. But let's see how the jury finds him. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "With who?" Nash is like, "The Rock. That's his security. He was Puff's security. He cleared it for him." Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "After that, what did you say? What did you? When did you see her?" Nash is like, "The next day, FaceTime or something like that. She had a gash in her eyebrow." Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "Were you once cooking with Cassie when Mr. Combs got violent?" Nash said, "Yes, Puff came." Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "What did Mr. Combs say?" Nash said, "He said, 'Y'all better get out of my house.' He was grabbing her by the hair again. He does not like women. He thinks he could just grab them by their hair. And then he acts like a... Anyways. Diddy, good luck in jail. He pushed her out the door and then began to do the same to me, to Nash. "But I don't have hair," he said. "He popped me. He told me to go downstairs and wait. Pooped me." Nash said, "They came down and Puff was berating us. As we drove off, we got a phone call." Combs Donaldson goes, "Objection." The judge like, "A new question." Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "Call from whom?" Nash like, "Puff." That's how they call it, Puff. Such a, how do you call it? Black excellence name to have, Puff. Huffing and puffing. "He told us to stop and he came to the window. He followed them with another car, basically. He said he'd put her escape on the internet." Oh, he even said that in front of Nash, not just to her mama, but to her and her friends. Well, anyways, Nash, Puff said he'd send her escapes to her parents, even that one, jobs, and get them fired. Ooh. Why would he even implicate the parents? Why would he use them? Manipulation. that her brother was a bee and that only he protected her. Yeah, this guy tried to take her away from her family. Yo, that was a big loving family, and that's how they defeated you. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "What did you tell her?" Nash like, "That Puff is on the S tape too." She said, "Haha, dumb dumb. You're dumb. You're so dumb. Ricky, where you gonna go? You're on the tape too. Like your tapes, your production, your movies. It looks like wanted to have some Playboy mansion all over the world." She said he is not. He was taping her with other men. Yeah, still there, taping it, producing it. Oh boy, for his pleasure, actually. Assistant U.S. Attorney said, "What did she say about wanting or not wanting to have S with other men?" Since she was 19, this man groomed her, and I hope y'all, nobody believed this guy should be let out. Combs goes, "Objection." Judge is like, "Overruled. Sit down." Nash like that. She didn't want to. I drove her to Sunset Boulevard to get a taxi. Why? They ask. Nash goes, "Uber wasn't really a thing yet." Puff's like, Nash like, "Puff came to my house looking for her, harassing everybody like a 12-year-old. Where's my girlfriend?" He looked in my oven, weirdo. I'm not sure why. Puff took my phone and Cassie called from a hotel. Puff said, "Let's go there." Bad boy staff stayed there. Assistant U.S. Attorney's like, "What did Mr. Combs say?" He said, "Go get her." You ordered him. Nash like, "I went to Cassie's hotel room with security D-Rock, Muscle Guy, and Tony Baloney, Muscle 2. And she jumped up. She was frightened." That's the reaction. Automatic reaction. A body rejection reaction. Fear. She said she would jump off the balcony. To the point. Girl. Nice threat. It worked probably. Let's make them suitably verbi. How high was it? Nash said, it wasn't the first floor. Downstairs, I saw 4 or 5 of Puff's security waiting. Nash, it's like, "Puff told me you played me. I drove off, but Puff security followed me. I turned off my lights and drove really fast. I went to the Universal Sheridan." Assistant U.S. Attorney says, "Did you go home the next day?" Nash like, "Yes. I found my backpack was stolen. It had $1,000 in it. Bad boy came and took it." "Why did you keep 1,000 cash?" they asked him. Nash's like, "So when Puff was mad, I could check into a hotel without giving my name. Incognito." Assistant U.S. Attorney's like, "What happened in 2015? Nash like, "I saw Puff slap Cassie in the face. He said, 'Get this bee out of here.'" Assistant U.S. Attorney, what did you do? Get her out. Nash is like, Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "The perfect match premiere. What did you see?" Cassie had a black eye. Assistant U.S. Attorney, when was Mr. Combs violent with you? When was Mr. Combs violent with you at the music video? When Yes, I was outside smoking a cigarette. Puff came and threw me on the car and started choking me out. Nash says, Puff said, y'all keep going out. Assistant U.S. Attorney go, did you report anything to the police? No, I was afraid of retaliation from Puff. Wannabe goon. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, did you get anyone on staff? Here's KK again, Christina Coram being named by Nash. Did you get anyone on staff? Nash said, KK. What did she say? That she would talk to him. Did anything change? No. How often did you help Cassie hide? Often, Nash said. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, what did Mr. Combs do? Nash goes, he would blow our phones up. KK would too, terrorizing everybody. She would say Puff was calm. Cassie would go back. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, did Cassie tell you she was going to a hotel with Mr. Combs? Yes, she was doing it weekly because she's working for him. That's her pimp, and she's his, you know what I'm saying. So Nash says, yes, weekly. Weekly. She would pack S toys. That's her job as well. Pay her apartment, her cars, everything. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, did she say she wanted to go? Donaldson's lawyer. Combs' lawyer goes, objection. Judge is like, overruled. Sit down. It's very pertinent what's going on, and it is related to what's coming. Nash says, she said she didn't want to go. Next thing you know, Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, her 29th birthday. Tell me. Nash goes, Puff asked me, should he surprise her on her birthday? Yeah, because Puff has crazy thoughts like that. Assistant U.S. Attorney Comey says, what did you say? I said, girls, I was not about to tell him not to surprise her. Did she use the word freak off with you? Assistant U.S. Attorney asks. Nash goes, not like freak off, but more like freak off. Freak off. There you go. Nash has solidified a lot of things here. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, like a verb? Yes. Lots of freaking off. Freaking off for him. Freaking off for him. She was freaking off for him, for who he wanted, the man that he chose, he desired, not what she desired. So Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, where did you go after the blind dragon? Nash said, at this address on Comstock, like 17A. Puff said, y'all gonna go get some D tonight? Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, what did Miss Ventura say? Nash, she didn't want to go, but he made her. They left the house. She was super high, under the influence of drug. Sure, I'll go because I cannot say no under these type of drugs. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, New Year's Eve 2017, where were you? Vegas with Cassie and other staff, all on the same floor of the hotel. Puff's room was at the end of the hall. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, what did Mr. Combs tell you? Nash like that Cassie had been asleep for 24 hours. I had to take her up. Nash like, I had to wake her up. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, did she wake up? She woke up for me, but she ignored Diddy. She kept sleeping, sleeping. Sleep. No, I can't even gonna get up for this guy. Fuck him. But yeah, she woke up for me, Nash said. What did Mr. Combs say? Nash said that he'd spent all this money, so she had to. She had no choice. And then there was a low budget producer laughing. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, how many of your meetings with prosecutors did you end early? Nash goes, probably all of them. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, did you stay in touch with Mr. Combs? Yes. What was your tone? Loving, Nash said. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, why? Nash like, I don't hate him. It's not in me. Oh, yeah. It's not in you. Yeah, you were jumping on him. You didn't like him either, what he was doing. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, no further questions. And the judge sends everybody on a break. And there you go. The witness has a flight back to LA tonight. We'll rebook if we have to, but if we could stay a little lot later and finish with him, I know he'd appreciate it. Judge goes, I think we can. I told the jurors we might stay up till 4. So there's a jury that coming in. We might stay until 4, Mr. Donaldson. Combs Donaldson, how are you? Nash goes, blessed. Amen. Not sitting on Diddy's chair. Donaldson goes, when he met with the government. You had an attorney present. Yes, sir, Nash said. The subpoena didn't mean you had to go to their office, right? He answered, Nash. Donaldson goes, you hired a civil lawyer, Mr. Dunn, to represent you, considering litigation against Mr. Combs. Nash goes, nope. Does this document show? Nash like, it's their assumption, but no, I have counsel to protect me. I don't have federal court. Donaldson goes, on March 10th, did you not tell Mrs. Comey that you are considering a civil complaint against Mr. Combs? Nash said, no. Donaldson opens the X1800. What is this? Nash goes, Cassie in the video for the mixtape. Donaldson goes, and 1801, Cassie and Usher. This is 2016 Bad Boys reunion show. Combs goes, Donaldson goes, did you pick out that dress? Nash goes, I don't remember. Donaldson goes, you didn't start as a celebrity stylist. It was that Mr. Combs introduced you to Cassie, right? Nash goes, I met her, Miss Fine. That's Cassie's last name now. So Donaldson goes, so it's Mr. Combs who made you a celebrity stylist. Nash like, sure, go ahead. Like as if it wasn't him. Like at the end of the day, I don't like when people say that. It's somebody else who made you just because you work for them and they're different, like nobody knew you before, but still you did this. Donaldson goes, I am going ahead. As a celebrity stylist, you pick clothes like Miss Fine's wedding. Yes. Do you know Grovey Lee or Liu? Yes, he said. Donaldson goes, as head of Bad Boys, it was Mr. Combs' interest that his artist, Cassie, look good, right? I suppose. And Bad Boy paid for Cassie's studio time, right? Yes, Nash goes. Miss Ventura, which is Miss Fines, can go to the studio under Mr. Combs' pay. Donaldson goes, "What is Young and Restless?" Nash goes, "A streetwear clothing brand. Cassie owned a part of it. Were executive were executive produced, but not but got no credit. Okay, she produced it. She was part of the executive, but she got no credit. He got no credit. Meek Mill, Meek Mill was on the mixtape." Nash goes, "Yes." Donaldson pushed G, and he Nash said, "Yes, I can take a break. Can I take a break?" He goes to the judge. "Yes, judge." So the jury leaves, and Mr. Donaldson, "How much more?" Now we'll be finished by 4. Judge, did you know that before I told the jury it's before 4? Donaldson goes, "I didn't know." Judge, "Well, you'll go to 4. And the assistant U.S. attorney goes, "I'll rebook." Judge goes on break. "Nice coat," Donaldson says to Nash. Nash is like, "Thank you." Donaldson goes, "What size?" "Not your size." Nash goes, "Well, Nash is something else." Donaldson goes, "Right answer. Mr. Combs was the final decision making." "No, some of them look terrible." "Thank you." "Oh, because I did not like his style whatsoever." Donaldson goes, "You are friends with Miss Fine?" Nash says, "Yes." Donaldson goes, "Now, when the last time you spoke with Bono?" Nash like, "Yesterday." "Not about the testimony, right?" They go, Nash like, "Right. She saw it on the news." Donaldson goes, "You'd speak, uh, uh, when would you speak with Cassie?" "When did you speak with Cassie?" He goes, Nash said, "Yesterday. I congratulated her on having her baby." Combs Donaldson goes, "You saw her take drugs?" Nash answers, "The C word, the E word, and the M couple of letters, guys." And Donaldson goes, "Mushrooms and acid." Nash is like, "I'm not like privy to that." Donaldson goes, "Mm, Not to get into your business, but you have used C word." And Nash like, "Yes." Donaldson, "You smoke pot before meeting prosecutors?" Nash like, "Yes." And Maureen cut it short. "You told her you were high?" Nash like, "That I was smoking?" Donaldson goes, "Making a video costs hundreds of thousands of dollars." Nash is like, "Not necessarily." Combs Donaldson goes, "Who was Maya?" "She's Puff's assistant," Nash answered. "You and Maya jumped on Mr. Combs to protect Cassie from him, right?" "Of course." "And to protect him from doing something worse." Oh, here we go, Nash. Donaldson goes, "And D-Rock tried to protect you and not to protect Mr. Combs?" "Yes." Judge is like, "We're at 4. Jury leaves. Who are the witnesses after Maya?" Assistant U.S. Attorney, "We think she will go along, but after her." Enrique Santos, Judge, "After today, Mr. Agnifilo will give you exhibit by 5. Agnifilo goes, "We only get back to the office by then." Combs, Agnifilo goes, "We think, Your Honor, you can let us meet with Mr. Combs in the SCIF here in the court under your Article 3 power with like the SCIF every night until 10 o'clock. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, we are still ahead of schedule. We may even cut some witnesses. I think we'll rest in less than 6 weeks. Would like to in the 2-day week of June, the second week of June. We might bleed over into the third. Judge, like, I look at the request to charge adjourned. And here we come to Maya. So I'm just going to go get some boiling water. Give me 1 second. Let's play a little music, melody. Put a break. Hold on, let me fix the banner. Hold on, where's the other one? Break. Back in. Give me 1 sec, guys. I don't want this tea to get too cold. But, yeah. Break back in 2 minutes, and I'm going to play one of my 2 minutes here. Which one? Let's do the Hello, hello. Okay, let's fix that banner. We are here, part three. Alrighty. So Maya is, I would say, the mother lode of all the witnesses. Let's read about Maya. I just wanted to, this is the introduction of Maya from Inner City Press. Personal input. I just wanted to be an entertainment. To be in entertainment. I worked for Mike Myers. Then the job with Puffy. 5 days and nights without sleep. Don't look. Don't lock your door in my house, he said before he came into our me. Packing up his shit, his closet. He forced his way. Like in the space by the bedroom, on the private jet. How could I give up this job? Where would I go? FCK, guys. Okay, it's just a little introduction from the chapter, for the chapter. So the 12th day of the trial was on May 29th, May 29th, 2025. Before a jury, Combs Alexandra Shapiro, the article in the scrapbook are not being offered for the truth. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, the articles, said that Combs wanted to get to the bottom of Biggie's murder, but the feds are investigating us. They've been trying to get this in. Oh, we didn't know that. Judge Subramanian goes, if it went back into the jury room as evidence, it could be prejudicial to the prosecution. But to let the juror look at it as a demonstrative, that they can do that. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, if they flip it through, okay, if it's passed around, we want a limiting instruction on it. Ooh, which is nice to read, guys. So this is where they've spoke about Biggie's a murder. That the case is actually still open, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Mm-hmm. So yeah. So Judge is like, who is going to be cross-examining Maya? Combs Shapiro's like, Mr. Steele. Combs Steele, what if we read that? The part about Biggie's murder. Judge is like, it's more than that. You can see the articles are not relevant to this case. It's that the scrapbook was put together. Aha. Judge is like, we've been given some leeway. I'll leave it to you. Combs Steele, I don't want to waive the issue. Thank you. Judge goes, the social media post. There's an objection. I overruled it. The text messages, my senses is that they are part in the threat that are hearsay. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, they are trying to show that the defendant was going through some heavy shit and that's why he was asking this way. Judge is like, what about her smelling her own armpit? Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, I don't want that. That's relevant. Judge, okay, 401 for relevance. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, at 8:55 a.m., the defense sent me a slew of messages about Deontay Nash. These should be excluded. Judge, Ms. Donaldson, what are these? Combs Xavier Donaldson, we want 2 photos in, the rest are for impeachment. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, I was told off the photos last night. Fine. I was told of the photos last night. Fine. Judge is like, bring Nash back. Then our jury. So here, Assistant U.S. Attorney, we rebook these witnesses' flight for 2 p.m. We are hoping he will be off the stand in time to make that flight. All rise. Combs Donaldson, how are you, Nash? Blessed, Donaldson, the X1806 text again. Combs Donaldson's asked, what was Capricorn Clark role in 2011? And then he said, in the mixtape, she was gone. What did she work on when she was there? Maybe the photo shoot you guys showed yesterday. I learned a lot from Capricorn, actually. Donaldson goes, do you really recall a picture of Cassie and green hair? And Nash is like, that was a group idea. I walked the carpet with Cassie in New York at a VMAs. It was a curated look. Donaldson, you had to get approval. Yes, from Puff, who doesn't have the greatest taste. So here, you say Puff was kicking Cassie on the ground, and the unfortunate eye gash incident. They called it incident. Correct? Nash is like, yes. Donaldson goes, you didn't tell the prosecutors she was kicking while bleeding. Oh, come on. Nash is like, they didn't ask. I only answered what they asked. Donaldson's like, Cassie was in a relationship with Kid Cudi while she was in a relationship with Mr. Combs. Nash like, oh, okay, if you say so. Donaldson's like, you didn't know, Nash. I thought she and Pop had broken up. So you can go lie to yourself, but I know. Combs Donaldson goes, Cassie was in South Africa. You were at the Revolt conference in Miami, correct? Nash is like, yes, I was there to style a Little Kim. Another weirdo. Donaldson, so you, Nash, yes, I put her together with Michael B. Jordan. I mean, he fine, she fine, why not? Judge said, hold on. Combs Donaldson, so Gina was in Miami too, right? Nash's like, no, you don't put that on me. They kept me away from seeing Gina. Donaldson goes, Cassie got upset. Nash says, she said, why does he keep humiliating me and my career? Donaldson goes, she was upset. Not really, Nash answered. Combs, Donaldson's the lawyer, said, you set her up with Michael B. Jordan. Nash said, yes. And Maya drove it home, making sure she had his number. Donaldson goes, so a bad boy employee set her up with Michael B. Jordan. Nash. That's Michael B. Jordan. Don't mess that up. And then here we are. Donaldson goes, do you know Andre Branch? Nope. Donaldson goes, you were aware Cassie was in a relationship with an Andre Branch? Nash like, no. Oh, the cute football player? Yes, but I never met him. And then Donaldson's like, and in 2016, with Brandon of the NBA, sorry. Combs like, lawyers like, in these texts, you talk with Cassie about Michael B. Jordan. You said, no one better say shit to me. LY, love you, I guess. What is LY? Now, yeah, love you. Or maybe it is a typo. LY know everything. I don't remember. I'm sure we were being antagonizing, but we were being antagonized by your client. Combs Donaldson goes, Cassie was upset by Gina. Nash like she would say, girl, let's go out and do our thing. What do you, Donaldson's like, do what she wants to do. Nash like, actually, we were both pretty chill, stayed in the house a lot, but that would be fair. Donaldson's like, let's read these messages. You do the blue. Nash's like, oh, you got some names in here. Donaldson, just go ahead. Where are you going? Donaldson's like, as Cassie, secret trip out of town. Girl laughing. Good friends don't pry. That's not my method. I just reply, girl, and Donaldson comes, highlight the green part. Cassie is telling you October 30th, 2013, after the incident which she cut on, the incident with the cut on her face, she says, I've already been turning up too much. Holmes like, Donaldson, you said you saw her with a black guy on FaceTime around the time of the Intercontinental. Nash like, I saw it in person. When her makeup would wear off, you could see it. Judge is like, let Mr. Donaldson ask you the question. Combs like, you read these after Cassie says this N is wasted. We both did the same. Nash, is there a lot of people there? Or is it talking about a Gwen Stefani song? Donaldson goes, he said, take your book ass home and ride into the sunset. Nash, like, and we did. Combs Donaldson goes, did she mention to you about having threesomes with other men? Nash like, ew, no, she didn't tell me. Donaldson's like, Mr. Nash, read that to yourself, then flip up. Donaldson's like, Mr. Nash, read that to yourself, then flip up. Mate 10th, 2025, you told the government the video came from her phone. No, I told them that he would tape her on her phone. Combs Donaldson goes, isn't it true? She said videos were found on her phone. That's how they were on her phone. He would record her on her phone, he emphasized. I stand firm on that, Nash said. Good job, Nash. Give it to him. Or her. Donaldson goes, no, it's Xavier, so it's a guy. You said, Mr. Combs said, you won't do this one thing for me. Yes, he answered. Donaldson's asking, you said you saw Mr. Combs pointing in Cassie's face in the Blood Dragon, right? But you never told the government, right? They're asking and telling and asking, right, right. The first you said is at trial. Nash, I guess so. I gave them very little by phone. She said she didn't want to. Combs Donaldson goes, you helped pick her clothes for court. Nash like, she can fit in anything. She needed clothes. Donaldson for the pregnancy. Nash right. On that Friday, after she finished, she calls you and said, I'm done. Nash, it wasn't like that. Donaldson, did you get Cassie's super high? Nash, what? No, I did not, Judge. Mr. Nash. So yeah, Judge goes, Mr. Nash. Okay, I guess they don't have that part in here. But the 29th birthday, you said she packed S toys in her duffel bag from her bedroom, right? Correct. Nash answered, and Donaldson goes, Mr. Combs didn't say grab the S toys. No, it was part of her job. Hello? What do you mean? Like he's going to tell his secretary, take your phone and take a note. Nash is like, that would call that professional pimping, Mr. Donaldson. Nash is like, they were going. Combs Donaldson said, on the golf cart, let's talk about Las Vegas New Year's 2016, 2017. You said you were told Cassie was sleeping all day. Correct, he said. And Donaldson goes, put this DX 1847 for the parties only. What's this? Cassie. The low budget producer you mentioned was there. Nash is like, right. Next to me, snoring. Donaldson goes, you said Cassie told you another man was coming over and asked you to leave? Both of us? Both of us. Donaldson, your reaction was, yes. You saw a man walking around, knocking on the door, and they let him in. Yes. They were not drugged, right? We were doing them in our separate places. Once I started working, I just started going. I was packing my 10 body bags. Combs like, Donaldson's like, then they went to a hotel, and again, she didn't tell you she didn't want to go, correct? Actually, she said she wanted to stay home, work on her music. Donaldson's like, read the green. Nash, enjoy y'all time together. Y'all don't get too much of this. Combs Donaldson goes, that's you telling Cassie in January 2017 to enjoy her time with Puff, correct? Yes. Cassie wrote, I spoke up for myself, and you wrote, you wish you were with them on vacation. No, I meant in Mexico, not with them. Cassie, Donaldson's like, Cassie wrote, the next room is on the beach. This one on the golf course. I had everything organized. Nash, like, I wrote, LOL. Do you have a lot of shit? Do y'all have a lot of shit? A lot of shit. And Dawson goes, as Cassie, yes, but we made it all fit. Nash, like, girl, you always on vacation. She's always being forced to do this stuff. With Diddy as his muse, whatever. Combs, like, Donaldson, you stayed in touch with Mr. Combs? Yeah, because he was cutting up. Oh, I get it. You did a seafood thing with Cassie, correct? EX1814. You know Kim Porter, who tragically passed. Yes. You know Andre Harrell passed. Yes. You text Mr. Combs to make sure he okay, correct? Mr. Combs wrote to you, the trainer, you could have give me a heads up. Black heart emoji. How is she? He met Cassie. Yes. In 2020, you wrote, Mr. Combs, I love you. Anything you need, I got you. Yes. Mr. Combs won on an award that year, and you congratulated him. I don't think so. I asked how to RSVP to his party for someone else. Claire Slummers. Cassie told you about a secret trip. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, I object, and the judge is like, sustain. You deeply care for Cassie for 15 years. Yes, he said she kept secrets from you. And I do from her, Nash answered. We don't have to tell each other everything. Donaldson's like, no further question. I'm done with this guy. Get him out. Judge is like, redirect for Maureen. Why were you afraid for her? Nash is like, things could get violent fast. What devices did Mr. Combe use to film her? Nash like, hers, her phones. You said they appeared high at her 29th birthday party. Yes. Combs was in control of his action. Yes. And what did you say? You were going to get some D tonight. Did you want to go? He said no. No further question. Nothing from me. Donaldson goes, get him out. I'm done. Judge is like, Mr. Nash, you're excused. You can go get your flight. The next witness using a pseudonym. There is to be no recording. So witness coming in. How do you wish to be identified as MIA? Maya. Missing in action. Maya. Mystery in action. Don't show this exhibit. What is it? My passport. Show it to the jury alone. Only. Still, I would like to see it too. Where are you from? Virginia Beach. What is this? Maya goes, Sean Combs. What did you call him? Everybody calls him Puff. I worked for him, a personal assistant, then as a director of development and acquisition for Revolve Film. How is it working there? Puff's mood changed all the time. He's bipolar. Sorry, guys. I'm just rambling here. But he was violent to you. Was he violent to you? Yes, he threw things at me. He threw me against the wall. That's how psycho he is. Into a pool, ice bucket on my head, slapped my arm into a door, and he assaulted me. Well, this guy is an animal. Did he need to stay in jail? Stay in jail. Assault you more than once. Mine's like more than once. This is the mother load of all witnesses. That's why it's MIA. Did you want it to be in this arts? Hold on. Yeah, more than once. Did you want to be in this arts? Maya's like, yes, this was before social media. I thought I put my mattress on my car and drove to New York. I could do it. I went to work for Georgina Chapman, red carpet dressing. Then Maya, assistant to Mike Myers. How did Mr. Combs hire you? I met with a recruiter. I met with HR and Tony Baez Fletcher. Assistant U.S. Attorney is like, inter, did Mr. Combs interview you? And Maya's like, he at his apartment, just like Bill Cosby, come to my home, my bedroom. He was on the phone wearing underwear. See how you're gonna get comfortable, how you're gonna react, how he can sway you to ignore these little things at the beginning. The HR lady left. Of course, she left instead of telling him to go put on some clothes. Did he put on some clothes? Maya's like, yes. Did you get the job? Yes, I was excited. And Maya's like, how much did, assistant U.S. attorney, how much did you expect to work? A lot, but I didn't fully understand. How much were you paid? 50 grand. What did you do on your first day? HR told me I was on a trial for 2 weeks. Where did you start? His Alpine, New Jersey house. I was there all 3 days. Then where? Back to the office for a few hours more. Then I was told Puff wanted me to come to the studio. How long were you there? Until 1 p.m. The next day. Then where did you go? Puff's apartment. Then home. How fast did you have to return? I didn't take a nap. I didn't want to risk it. How much did you sleep during your first 24 hours job? What a cycle. I didn't. I took it as a challenge. There had been a TV show a few years before. Even the Secret Service guys go to sleep. They rotate. And this is how this animal treats his assistants. Oh my God. Uh, there has been a TV show on a few years before called I Want to Work for Diddy. Oh no, you don't want to work for that monster. It was like that. How did you deal with the lack of sleep? Maya, I was young. When I was young, I'll tell myself you can sleep at 3 p.m. Objection still goes. The judge is like, overruled. Sit down. How long did you stay up once? Maya, 5 days. I take Adderall extended release. I could quasi function and stay awake. When did you go to sleep? My hearing went. That's how bad. My equilibrium was off. That's what you were supposed to sleep. And you were still, and then your vision got blurry. Lights that weren't there. Hallucination. I cry. He broke you. Assistant U.S. attorney goes, where were you then told you could sleep? Yes. And by whom? Puff. Why did you stay awake that long? I was working. I am introducing exhibits. Assistant U.S. attorney goes. These exhibits are under seal. We renew our objection, still goes. Judge admitted under seal, buddy. Maya's like, what is this? Assistant U.S. attorney, what is this? A list of my responsibilities I sent to Tony Baez Fletcher on November 10, 2011. Puff has said, I don't want to know what y'all do all day. Let's focus on a few things in this document. Please read this, Maya. Maya, all of the PD's social media. Oh my God, that's his initial PDs. Oh my God, I don't like this. Anyways, social media presents Assistant U.S. Attorney was who's PD? Puff Daddy. I wrote main liaison PD in Hollywood. Did you do that? They ask. Maya's like Blackberry 24/7. I wrote anticipated his mood. Assistant U.S. Attorney, why was this important? It indicated a day. And you wrote every day is different. Maya's like, and that he could ask you to crack his knuckle or do his taxes. Did you have an apartment? Maya's like, yes, in New York. Uh, where? Were you there much? Maya's like, no. My roommate joked they lived with a ghost. In LA, where did you stay? He asked. Maya's like, in the staff room, then in Puff's house. 9933. Oh boy, look at that number. 9933 Beverly Hills Grove. Then 9374 Beverly Hills Crest Drive. Then 200 South Maple. All over the place. Assistant slash everything else. And they say in Miami, a 2-star. Could you leave only with Puff's permission? How does that function? You gotta get the permission of your boss to leave. That is in this country, that is wrong. That already is like kind of employees, or you're using them as slaves. What is wrong with you? Only I left at 2 a.m. after he was asleep. I got in big trouble. That's what happens once she left that time. What happened? Maya's like, security called me to say he was sending them to find me. It was at the first LA house, 2009 or 2010. Looks like I'm going to have to stop it right there. It's been a good hour. Oh, let me see. I missed a couple of comments. Oh, hello, Angel. Hey. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Listen, let me check your comments here. Sitting in general, just listening to the update. You're great. You know what? Thanks to Inner City Angel, we're being blessed so that he gives us that. Yeah, share. I'm going to finish it up tomorrow and try to catch up on the weekend. Hopefully. Yeah, I'll wait for you to be back. Hopefully you'll gain a little. Done, General. Listen, do me a favor. I don't know if you're here, but if you could send me your email, because I've been trying to reach out so I can get in touch with you, or I don't know, we can do FaceTime, or get together. I want to put faces. I don't mind sharing my face with you in person, but not on YouTube. YouTube, you don't deserve our faces. I think all of us should just not show our faces and run our mouths, right? So they can't go and put us on the spot and threaten us in the streets. You can go and defame the voice all you want. But yeah, let me see if you're there. Yeah. I'll wait a little bit to make sure you're there and finish this up. Let's see. Yeah, and then maybe we can do a night together. I'd love to actually, even if we can chat together about this. I can share my StreamYard and we can talk about what's going on. I would love to have you on my channel actually and have a conversation. It's not many people that I would want to sit down with, but definitely I would love to sit down and share some thoughts back and forth with you. I hope your sister is doing well. Yes, Angel. My God. Let me know if you're still around. So yeah, let's finish this up. So here, Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "Were you allowed to lock your bedroom door? Oh, the creep. The creep, did he?" "No," he said, "it's my house. No one locks my doors in my house. You have guests in your house and you can't let them lock. You're a psycho, Diddy. You're a freak. You want to creep on people in the middle of the night? What kind of boss are you? People deserve their privacy. Maybe you don't think you have a privacy. You've never had any or even understood what it is to have any. Maybe you should go blame your mama, and just stop taking her on all these beautiful women that don't deserve you. You're just or worse than a dog. Anyways, I also want to take the time to salute my sister Jag and Natanya Ruben and Auntie Leah. I know you guys are working so hard. Oh, by the way, the oh yes, let me share this. Okay, let's share this here. I'm gonna open a new tab. Oh yeah, what was it called? Jags. Let's go to see what happened to Jags' channel. I don't know if they striked her. They said, or she said that it was just. Let's see. The video was suppressed. I'm trying to remember. Let's find out. Oh, you do plenty. It's up to you. Oh, please. Fact is, you are reading direct content, so it's 100%. We can't conjecture it. We all have opinions. Yes, you know what? Actually, I want to have like a little break or even just a thought, like share, your thoughts. Or even if you want to read it with me, we can read it together. Or maybe before the verdict comes out, um, we can probably share our personal thought on this, our opinions on like a jurors. Like if you were a juror on this trial, from what you see with that, obviously we don't have a lot, but what would you sway towards, guilty or not guilty? But there's been a lot of crimes committed here, and it's kind of hard to always understand the laws, but it pretty much in Western society it's all the same, right? So yeah, and also what's going on with Jag in that video. That video was removed, and you know what, I'm sorry, but we saw it. We all saw it. It should be in the news, breaking news. The Maury should be, heard and should have the right to come and talk to whoever she wants. I don't know why do people, or why are they, some have privileges. She was on, yeah, I was there earlier. Yeah, I was listening. That's why I delayed my video and I was late. Started at 8:30. Yeah, it was great listening to all of them. And yes, definitely the music. I remember when Jag was saying that it used to be the rock and roll that was really hardcore. It had like all of these sex and parties, and then it slowly, and I remember seeing it, living it, that it was moving towards in the hip hop and the soul music, and I was like, I'm not listening to this. This is like it's not even music. It's just to perverse lyrics constantly, and then everybody's behaving on those words and acting on those words, and then they're dreaming about those lyrics that don't even make any sense. But yeah, Angel, yeah, please share your email. I don't know if you could share with me here, and then I can stay in touch with you like that by email. And yeah, and FaceTime on the side. But I would love to just, yes, then it is transferred over. I watched those ladies grow. We're all on the same age. Yeah, you know what, Angel? It was my birthday The 19th. Yeah, I thought we're not too far. I'm probably one of the youngest there. But yeah, I stopped listening to I never liked Diddy. I when Biggie passed away was I was devastated. I was like, what's going on? Like, this is wrong. Like, it's wrong. And then Tevin Campbell disappeared. I didn't even know it's because of, thanks to Jag, or I find out that he ended up in the wrong track. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of young singer, greatest voices, gospel voices, and find out that the gospel has been desecrated. I am like, what happened? But this is what happens, when there's good people. I know the devil is always working hard and hard and hard and hard and harder to get those. But you know what? We are prevailing. I think we've prevailed because uh, that music has not is not gonna last and hasn't really lasted. And a lot of us don't listen to it. Stop listening to it. You know? Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Those ladies are amazing. The fact is that when he came out, we all said, poof, poof, daddy. Yeah. And it's true after all. Yeah. Oh my God. What a nutcase. And he had really like no talent. Did you see how he's moving? He dances like a girl, like as if he has some boobs he wants to squeeze all the time. I was annoyed with his twirl. He made everybody look weird. He looked weird around everybody, trying to be in the middle, like the girl, like the centerpiece. It's the woman, but he was the centerpiece all the time. But you know what? His day's coming. And whether he's found guilty now or that everybody goes after him now that his name has been tarnished, the fact that his name has been tarnished is already, for me, enough. But you know what? Not for him. Because you know what? He deserves more. More and more for polluting our ears, our spirit, our mind, for taking away all these artists' talents, destroying them, and colluding for whatever money and power. I hope all that money and power gets taken away from him too. And he can find himself with nothing. I have never heard a single Jay-Z song, even with Jack. So I am a loggerhead. Oh, you know what? Good for you. Good for you. Especially there, if you haven't heard any of Rihanna, don't even listen to it. That one is something else. Like there's one song there, I hear it, I gotta turn it off. I feel like, oh my God, there's something weird happening. And I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to those words. You're not gonna say those in my ears. And I run away when I hear Rihanna. Oh, change. But yeah, Jay-Z's no talent, no voice, nothing. These people, all they were like, how do you call that? Uh, an infestation of just presence that was just you know not even pleasant to look at, or they haven't even done anything. These men are talking about black excellence. These guys were the bottom of black excellence. You want to talk about black excellence? Find you some engineer. Huh? Who are these people about talking about black excellence when he can't even have his own accountant regulate his business and his crimes separately? No, he hired a criminal. A criminal. Criminals hiring criminals and criminals doing criminal work and then paying crimes. And I hope their day comes. With that, hey, send me your email. Do I have it? No, I don't see it yet. I won't post it if you share with me here. I'll keep it to myself. But if you can, that would be lovely. Oh, yes. So the video, oh, I got to tell you, Angel, what happened. I woke up this morning, right? And I had like, I don't know if it was a dream or if it was just a thought that the Mori was sort of setting up. Um, I will drop out. I have to get it. Oh, yeah, yeah, no problem. So yeah, the more I thought basically this morning that this video was going to be, it was my dream was sort of like it's a scam. So like as if the more set Jaguar up, that as if it was a fake interview, none of this happened. And to get her to, make her look like she's, you know, inaccurate and she's crazy. That was my thought this morning. And then when I saw this video and I was like, oh no, I wasn't. It was the total opposite, but they were still going to find a way to shut it off. So all I want to say to Jag is that, girl, we love you. We have you in our mind. It's not Jay-Z or Puffy in our mind, in our soul, and in our heart. It is actually you and Latanya and Aaliyah and Whitney. Sadly, you know, no, I want you guys to know that, most of us are actually not into that stuff. The people that really know, the ones that understand the reality and not just not listening to stuff just to listen to it, but are sensitive to the words that we listen to, the lyrics that we play in our homes. We don't want to play no weird incantation of nothing. And we don't want to, sing things that are not appropriate and good for the soul. So the Maury Hadley story, yes, Jag, open the Rumble channel. You should have had this Rumble channel from the get-go so you can have everything backed up over there. And I hope you definitely must have it. I have no doubt. But yeah, the Rumble channel will work perfectly because that it's a little bit more it's not as how can I say uptight as the what do you call the YouTube privacy um, regulation, whatever, right? So yeah, get on Rumble. We need you on Rumble, and don't worry. Every time they try, you know what? You're just escape. You just avoid every little punch. You keep at it. Jag, we all want you to stay focused. We want you to stay strong. We want you with every negativity, you beat it up with a positivity. We want you to be you. Go put your music online, girl. Get your own website. Screw everything. Screw everybody. Enjoy. Take it, make it yours. It's yours anyway. Why don't even need nobody today, girl? So she will have a life and has a life, and that she is always being betrayed, not by me. I am here to the end with her, my job from the top. Yeah, you know what? I was actually very shocked when it took me, when I saw what's her name, that crazy other one, I'm not going to see her name, that birdie there, Mouse. I didn't like the interview, and I sense there's something not right there. And, like, you're not Oprah, first of all, and you don't even understand English enough to sit there and act like as if you can arbitrate a conversation. So again, I'm happy it's all over and done. With that, Archangel, please do me a favor, send me your email. Send me, put it here in case. Send me your email, Angel. And yeah, because it's time for me to shut it off for the night. So with that, I want to say a thank you for joining me. always, it's the end of the Saga Reveal. I am your host, Madem-Oiselle, and see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Angel.